New at 6, a series of familiar complaints about a methadone clinic from 4 years ago is now rearing its ugly head again. After a move-in in 2021, neighbors say that things around them have gone from not so bad to horrible.
Yeah, so here's what they say: an influx of drug users to people who are experiencing homelessness. Neighbors fear history may be simply repeating itself at a brand new location. As ABC15's Vinton Blandon reports, the clinic staff acknowledges the problem, but insists the finger should not be pointed at only them.
Near Interstate 17 and West Cactus Road in Phoenix, there's a lot going on.
Very exciting at times. It can be very entertaining. Other times it's scary and it's sad.
The fear for Jamie Mason and others is a 24-hour methadone clinic and what she sees around it. Not a day goes by she doesn't see a person who's experiencing homelessness, someone living with a mental illness, or appears struggling with a drug addiction.
Started noticing it about 2.5, 3 years ago, I would say.
All Jamie believes comes from what the Community Medical Services Clinic brings to the community she's called home 20 years. She lives about a half-mile away and says she didn't learn of the clinic until after it was there.
I couldn't figure out why there were so many of these people living, walking, hanging around on my street, but it certainly explained a lot.
The clinic relocated from Northern Avenue in 2021 after a group of neighbors lobbied to have it moved.
This one's a 1958 Mickey Mantle. In this condition, it goes for about $1,100.
Mike Austin owns Batter's Box Cards and Stuff in the strip mall next to Metro Square.
We've cut trees, we've put lights, and still there's people sleeping in there and trash and, stuff going on.
He remembers when the people and area businesses created what he called a utopia, but now it's just that, a memory.
The only problems we had was the occasional guy living under the freeway underpass that would come over. It's been a decade or more.
He too puts the blame on the clinic, but as he calculates it, only 80 to 90%.
It's a problem. Somebody has to deal with it. Unfortunately, we're bearing the brunt.
The headache brought on, some say, by the extra foot traffic extends a few doors over to Lou Sterling at Stacker's Restaurant.
The police are helping us the best they can. Now it's up to the merchants, the residents, okay, whatever security we have, like I said, to keep them moving.
As for Jamie, she wants CMS clinic staff to step up and do more.
It is a hazmat issue, and something needs to be done. There's got to be an answer.
She and ABC15 investigator Courtney Holmes poured complaints from nearby HOAs, reviewing Jamie's conversations with city leaders and police. Jamie says there were more than 700 calls for service to the methadone clinic and a nearby gas station in all of 2021. And last year through October, a similar call volume. Police responded to approximately 680.
Don't tell me that's not a problem in my neighborhood. That is a lot of calls. I don't even call the police once a year.
We took the concerns of Jamie, Lou, and Mike to Community Medical Services. The director of community programs gave us a tour.
We provide a treatment for anyone with opioid addiction and different medications.
Carrie Sanders says she hears the complaints and understands, but wants the public to know they are not to blame for all of the problems.
We have a fentanyl epidemic, we have an opioid epidemic, we have a homeless epidemic. We have so many things that are almost a trifecta of what the issues are that are adding to problems that we're trying to be a good social service and support.
We pressed Sanders on the neighbor's claims clinic staff is not living up to their promises. Sanders responded saying the clinic does outreach, but insists many of the problems could go away if there was sufficient housing to help fight homelessness.
There's no quick solution for the housing problems that we have in Phoenix.
Neighbors tell ABC15 they tried talking to CMS and get no real solutions.
What I absolutely dislike about some of these conversations that we constantly have is it's an us versus them mentality, and it's not. We are members of this community. We are seeing the same problems.
Lou wants the clinic closed for good.
They're not going to shut it down. I think we already know that. That is not going to happen.
We came here because there was such a desperate need for these type of services, and the reason that is 24/7 is because treatment needs to be available when people are ready for treatment.
The residents raising the complaints against CMS want the clinic to improve their outreach by talking directly with HOAs and doing more community cleanups. For ABC15 Investigates, I'm Vincent Blandon.
Vinny, thank you. Methadone clinics are required by law to provide an annual report to access the state's Medicaid system, which tells ABC15 the CMS clinic in our story has met the state requirements for the last 2 years and provides a critical service to our communities.